What's the most you've bet on a single hand?
20,000, I believe.
40.
40?
2 hands of 20, remember?
Yeah, the table limit was 20. We were being silly, and like we lost like $1,000 hand, and then we go, okay, let's bet 2. And then we said, okay, let's bet 4. Or no, that math doesn't make sense. But
we might have jumped to like 10.
Or maybe we lost the 4, so we're out 7, so we bet 10, and we kept losing. So then we bet 20, and then we lost. So we lost like 5 in a row, and now we had lost almost $40,000. And so then we decided because we're almost out of money. We decided to bet 40,000, and we couldn't. The table limit was 20,000, so two of us did 20,000 each on a hand of baccarat.
Yeah, baccarat.
And we won. But I mean, we could have just as we had a 50-50 chance because it's never due. That's the people think things are due. It's never due.
No.
I don't know what the world record is for number of player or banker hands or hands where the dealer wins in blackjack, but it's a lot, and it's more than you can double. But we got lucky and we won that hand for 40,000.
What are your thoughts on online casinos?
We are partners with FanDuel Casino, and we do have thoughts on them.
Yeah.
Would you like to share them, or do you want me to?
I'd like to hear your thoughts.
I think that in the United States, there are only a few regulated real money online casinos. There's FanDuel Casino. There are a few of FanDuel Casino's competitors. They're legal in 5 states. And everything else that is not that is operating in a sweepstakes gray area, which we do not want to venture into. So like you can't gamble here in Vegas online. When we do make videos on FanDuel Casino, we have to fly to a state where it's regulated, and then we set up and we play, and it's a lot of fun. I think that just like anything, you have to be careful. You have to make sure you don't go outside of your budget and everything. The access to online is a little bit easier, so you might want to even be more careful about it. But it is fun. It's cool. And yeah.
And also like, the RTP, the return to player.
Yeah, this is good.
On online casinos, the legitimate ones. Again, that are, just the states, like what EJ said. The RTP is actually higher. Almost across
RTP is return to player.
Almost across the board. So like if you play the same game in the casino in a land-based casino versus online, you actually have, because they don't have the overhead, they don't have to pay dealers, they don't have to pay this, that, the other thing. Right. Like, so they have a lot less overhead, and they actually pass through. The player's still going to lose, but if you're like only losing 3% per spin instead of 8% per spin on an identical game, the online casino is actually the better move. I also like it because I can play in my pajamas. I also like it because nobody smokes. There's a lot of things I like about it. I can play Ultimate X, 10-play bonus poker on my phone. I was playing. They sent us to a Detroit Pistons game, and I was like on courtside. I don't really care about the game that much, and it was a blowout. So I was like playing video poker on my phone while I was watching the game, and for real money, for like you can bet a lot. And then there's certain casinos that like I say that are maybe like in another country it might be legal, but not in the United States. So
why is it so banned in all these states except for 5? Like, what's the reason behind that?
I think the land-based casinos probably lobby very heavy against it. Yeah.
It's all
that makes sense.
Politics. Yeah, there's so
everything you ask is all like, these are not my decisions, sir.
Yeah.
Like
why?
Because you got lobbyists, you got all this money in the land-based casinos, and it's like, who's going to pull the strings? It's all the people who make the decisions. I think these are our senators and our congressmen and the president and so forth, and it's all very complex. Every issue is extraordinarily complex.
I remember in California, I was very confused. I went to I forget what, Pachanga Resort, and they didn't have dice. Like, dice were not allowed in California.
Right.
And so they'd use cards instead. And then I would look it up and see, well, okay, it's because it's on an Indian reservation. There was some sort of regulation that was passed decades ago about not using dice.
Imagine.
Yeah, they have like roulette wheels with cards.
Yeah.
I've seen them. They're weird.
Right. It's the same thing. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, people will find a way around it.
It's all very complicated. And I'm certainly glad that I don't make the decisions. But yeah, like why is it legal in one state, not in another? You know, online gambling is huge in other countries, not here, only in 5 states. The other states, you know, I mean, there's interest, there's lobbying, and eventually it gets to the point where the lawmakers make the laws, and then all we have to do as the people of the citizenry of the world is follow the laws as they're written, if
Yeah.
you can figure them out.